Hello everyone. You already know that the factors that determine demand also classifies the concept of demand into three types. That is price demand, income demand and cross demand. So price demand already you have learned in some of my videos. So today we are going to learn income demand and cross demand. So what is income demand here? Income demand, it refers to the relationship between income of the consumer and the quantity of the commodity demanded. That is, it shows the relationship between the income and the quantity demanded, where the other factors remains constant. What are the other factors here? That is price of the commodity, price of related goods like substitute and complementary goods, and taste and preferences of the consumer. So these are the factors which remains constant. The change in demand takes place because of change in income of the consumer. So mathematically it can be expressed in the form of an equation as dx is equals to f of y. That is, demand for commodity x depends upon income of the consumer, where the other factors remains constant. Okay. So when we are taking income demand as one of the concept, here goods are classified into two types in case of income demand. Superior goods, which can also be called as normal goods, and the other type is inferior goods. Okay, let us see what are superior goods first. Superior goods, also called as normal goods. So these are the goods which are usually used by all the people in the society. So in case of superior goods, what happens to the demand curve? Here on x-axis we are measuring quantity demanded, and on y-axis we are measuring income of the consumer. Okay. So now we assume initially the income of the consumer as y and the quantity demanded as OQ. OY is the initial income of the consumer and quantity demanded as OQ. So just imagine if income of the consumer increases from OY to OY1. So what happens? His purchasing power increases. Now he is able to buy more of the commodity. So his income, his quantity demanded also increases from OQ to OQ1. So there prevails a direct relationship between income of the consumer and the quantity of the commodity demanded. And because of this direct relationship, the demand curve slopes upwards from left to right. So the income demand curve, YD is the income demand curve, which slopes upwards from left to right and have a positive slope. So in case of superior goods or normal goods, the demand curve has a positive slope. Now let us see what happens to demand curve in case of the next type of good, that is inferior goods. So inferior goods are the goods which are usually used by lower income group people. So in this case, if the income of the consumer increases, the demand for inferior goods will decrease. So there is an inverse relationship between income and quantity demanded. So in this case, what happens to demand curve now? So here on x-axis we are measuring quantity demanded, and on y-axis we are measuring income of the consumer. Okay, so we assume OY as the initial income of the consumer and the quantity demanded as OQ. If the income of the consumer increases from OY to OY1, now his purchasing power increases. Now the consumer is able to buy more of the commodity of superior goods. So in that case, what is happening? The demand for inferior goods will decrease from OQ to OQ1. So in this case, there is an inverse relationship between the income of the consumer and the quantity of the commodity demanded. And because of this inverse relationship, the demand curve DD, so we can call it as income demand as YD, slopes downwards from left to right and have a negative slope. So in case of superior goods or normal goods, the demand curve, income demand curve have a positive slope, and in case of inferior goods, the income demand curve has a negative slope because of inverse relationship between income and quantity demanded. Now let us proceed with the next type of next type of demand, that is cross demand. So cross demand refers to the quantity of the commodity demanded depends not only on its price but also on the price of its related goods. So what are related goods here? So in case of cross demand, goods are classified into two types, that is substitute goods and complementary goods. So if we take an example of substitute goods, like tea and coffee are the related goods, and if we take an example of complementary goods, so in case of complementary goods, car and petrol are the related goods. So the demand for the commodity depends not only on the price of the commodity but also on the price of its related goods in case of cross demand. So let us see how it is explained mathematically in the form of an equation. So where dx is equals to f of py. That means demand for commodity x depends upon price of commodity y. So like take an example of substitute goods. So in case of substitute goods like tea and coffee, so demand for coffee depends upon price of tea. And if we take an example of complementary goods like car and petrol, so demand for car depends upon price of petrol. So this is what happens in cross demand. So already we have learned that the cross demand, we have two types of goods in case of cross demand. So let us see what are they. The first type of good what we have is substitute goods. Like we take an example of tea and coffee. Okay. So what happens to demand curve in case of substitute goods? So what are substitute goods first? That is the goods which satisfy same type of want. Like if a person is feeling cold and if he wants to have something hot, he can have tea or he can have coffee. Okay. So what happens in this case? On x-axis we are measuring quantity demanded and on y-axis we are measuring price. So we are taking example of tea and coffee. So on x-axis we are measuring demand for coffee and on y-axis we are measuring price of tea. Okay, just look into a small hypothetical schedule here. So we have two columns, one for tea and the other one for coffee. So we have price of tea and quantity demanded for coffee, and price of coffee and quantity demanded for coffee. Okay, so we assume that price of tea is 10 rupees initially and price of coffee is also 10. With this, the quantity demanded for both the related goods are 500. Suppose a small change in price, if the price of tea increases to 15 rupees, what happens? Keeping the price of coffee constant, the demand for tea decreases to 400 and demand for coffee increases to 600. So keeping the price of related good for tea, the demand for tea decreases with the increase in the price. So OP is the initial price of tea and quantity demanded is OQ. That is demand for coffee is OQ initially. If price of tea increases from OP to OP1. So here on x-axis we are measuring demand for coffee. So what is happening? Demand for coffee here, as with the price increase in the price of tea, demand for coffee increases to OQ1. That is from OQ to OQ1. So there is a direct relationship between price of tea and demand for coffee in case of substitute goods. And because of this direct relationship, the demand curve slopes upwards from left to right and have a positive slope. Now let us see what happens in the case of next type of good, that is complementary goods. So in case of complementary goods, what are complementary goods? These are the goods which satisfy single want jointly. Like suppose a person wants to go on a drive. He need a car and a petrol. And if a person wants to wear a shoe, he need a socks and a shoe. So to satisfy one want, he must collect more than one commodity. It is called as complementary goods. So here we take an example of car and petrol. So what happens to the demand curve in case of complementary goods? On x-axis we are measuring quantity demanded, and on y-axis we are measuring price of petrol. We are taking example of car and petrol, and demand for car is measured on x-axis. Initially we assume price of petrol is OP. With that, the demand for car is OQ. If price of petrol increases from OP to OP1, what happens to demand for car? Now, the people who used to buy car which are run on petrol will reduce from OQ to OQ1. So, with the increase in the price of petrol, the demand for car decreases from OQ to OQ1. So, there is an inverse relationship between price and quantity demanded. That is price of petrol and demand for car. And because of this inverse relationship, the demand curve slopes downwards from left to right and have a negative slope. So, in case of substitute goods, there is a positive relationship between demand and price, and because of this positive relationship, the demand curve slopes upwards. And in case of complementary goods, there is an inverse relationship between price and quantity demanded, and because of this, the demand curve slopes downwards and have a negative slope. So, hope this is clear to all of you. So, today we have learned two concepts, that is income demand and cross demand. Both are together important for 5 marks, and each type of good in both the types of demand is important for 2 marks each. Thank you.